jumping out sometimes. Hello everyone, welcome back to the Beautiful Black Witch channel. My name is Aericka and I read stars, cards, and other intuitive messages. And in today's video, I'm going to be talking about June's energy, because June is a really big month and I'm kind of excited for it because, you know, June is all about blooming season. It's transitioning us over from spring to summer. So things are going to get more lively, more action, more sunny. Things are going to get going in the month of June. It's also the 6th month of the year, and 6 talks about balance, harmony, the beauty of life. I know people think 666 can be demonic, but all numbers have a low vibration to it. So like 222 can be low vibrational, 333 can. It just depends on how you're using the energy. So with 6 energy, you can bring in balance, you can bring in harmony, you can bring in the beauty of life, tranquility, but you can bring in the opposite with that same vibrational energy of just not wanting that, having the intention to make things imbalance, to bring disharmony, dysfunction, all kind of things. So I just thought I would say that. But if you want to use the 6 energy for good, you can definitely bring those things into your life this month. With us transitioning from spring to summer as well, things are going to be coming to life more. Things are going to be blooming. So where spring has been preparing us, like sowing your seeds or planting your seeds, that's kind of preparing us for the blooming season, for summer. So things can start to come to life or start to manifest into something. Whatever you've been putting your energy into, you can now start to see some type of harvest from it. It's also Gemini season, and Gemini talks about the twins. So yeah, things can really come into balance with possibly things that we've been having challenges with, our dark side, and coming to balance with our light side, so we can use both to make certain decisions and not let one lead the other. It's kind of like they're both working in tandem. English sometimes. They're working together and helping you make certain decisions, because Gemini is all about communication, words, short distance travel, getting things done, being productive, sending that message, sending that email, making plans with people, setting dates, like all of those little things that go into making the big thing happen. So all of the little things matter, so that when it's time to celebrate or do whatever you're doing, everything is all planned out, everything is all set, and you can finally move with more ease, except for being all over the place, which can also be Gemini energy, because I'm talking because I have a lot of Gemini in my chart, but Gemini can have the habit of moving here, moving there, having all your fingers in all the pies, wanting to do everything at once. So yeah, just a lot of energy can happen, and we're getting closer to summer, so we want to be out more, doing more, just being more active in our community or just in general. And there's a lot of mutable energy at play here, because Sag, Gemini, Virgo, and Pisces are all mutable energy. So it's all about moving things around. It's like getting all the moving pieces in order, trying to figure out what sequence or what works for you best. So this can get all the moving pieces in order for you, so that by the time summer gets here, everything is settled. By the time the end of June, when Cancer season starts on the 21st, everything is in order. And the summer solstice, how can I forget the summer solstice? It's around like the 20th or the 21st of June. So about time summer hits, everything's in order, all your work is done, everybody's done for the season, and we're about to just head out and be in the sun or be on vacation or just enjoying our summer. So these last couple of weeks is all about getting the moving pieces in order so that we can feel more prepared and ready for whatever summer has in store for us, and we don't have to put in so much hard work, so everything's taken care of. And with all that being said, let's get into these cards. Before I touch any of them, I just want to say there's so much water here. So much water. Blue. And again, that talks about the throat chakra. And the throat chakra is related to that Gemini energy. And Cancer energy, because Cancer is a water sign, and that's towards the end of June. But for the beginning of June, we're in Gemini season, and Gemini is an air sign, and air is ruled by the throat chakra. Well, one of them. So that talks about speaking, communicating, like I was saying, sending messages, using words, just really getting things in order with communication, whether that's receiving or sending out. With there being a lot of water here too, that talks about us going with the flow of things, not rushing, not maybe getting too overwhelmed emotionally or mentally. Like, this is just going with the flow of things, just doing the last bit of touches. Like, this is not a stressful period, I'm sensing. Like, I feel like things are calming down. We're just adding the finishing touches, getting things ready and prepared. But anyway, the first card that came out is the Ace of Cups. And that talks about new beginnings. This can be within yourself or with others. If it's within yourself, this is, you feeling emotionally charged, fulfilled, happy within yourself. You've done so much healing when it comes to like your heart chakra, just when it comes to your emotions and love and how you go about expressing that. There could have been a lot of healing that took place with that. And if this has to do with other people, you can be now expressing that to other people, letting them know that you want to offer a cup of love to them. This can be a new relationship, just new healed happiness overall is the Ace of Cups, whether that's within yourself or you're sharing that with other people. But underneath that, we have the Three of Swords, and this talks about the opposite of what this card means, like with all the healing. This talks about the disappointments, the heartbreaks, the conflict, the head over heart decisions, where you went with your mind except for your heart at times, and that ended in some type of, again, disappointment, heartbreak, just hurt, grief, loss. So if a lot of us are coming out of that, honestly, on some level, we've all been disappointed, heartbroken, and this can really just talk about, we all have, well, not all of us, but the ones who have been doing the work. This just shows that you've been healing that part of yourself, where you're no longer making those same mistakes anymore. You're stepping more into your heart, into your soul, and what you want emotionally that's going to fulfill you, and not just going with what makes sense or what society or people tell us the right thing to do. This is just feeling your way through things. Like, does this feel right? Yes, then I'm gonna go for it. Does this feel right? No, then I'm gonna change this or do this instead, or I'm just gonna decline. Like, this is really just listening to your heart, listening to how things make you feel, and just following your intuition, because that's basically what it is, filling things out on an emotional level. And this is, opening up a whole new way of doing things in life. This is ending all of those things that just don't serve us. It's all falling away because we're making different decisions now. We're making different moves. We're doing things differently. So it's like now all of those things that we were investing in that just wasn't right for us are falling away, and now we're stepping into something that's going to be more fulfilling, more happy, more in tune with our destiny and where we truly want to be. And just closing out those cycles that made us feel like this: hurt, backstabbed, and betrayed. Yeah. And the King of Cups here, this really talks about us, just stepping more into our hearts and our souls, like I was saying before, but not just fully disregarding what our mental, what's right, what we know is to be our foundation, like what we believe is true for us. We're not disregarding that at all. We're making sure that's in the front of our mind too. So not only are we asking or feeling things through, like, dang, does this feel good for me? And if this feels good for me, does this kind of go with, or does this go with what I believe in, what I'm looking for? Like, we're taking all of that into consideration. So it's like really bringing things into balance. And with it being Gemini season for the beginning of June, this really talks about, again, like I was saying earlier, that evil twin and then the good twin, our dark side and our light side, making sure that things are our balance. And this can also be our head and our heart. One twin is our head, the other twin is our heart, and just them working together and making sure that this new chapter, this new month, this new season we're getting ready for, which is summer, that we're going into this season feeling like we know what we want and we're going for that, and we're aligning ourselves to that by the decisions that we're making. So when it comes to the King of Cups, he's all about being in balance within his head and his heart. He's listening to both, he's taking notes on both, and he's making sure both are being heard and understood and taking account for, so that we're balanced and we're happy. Because we've been wanting to do something for a while with the Page of Cups here. We've been wanting to do something for a while. We haven't moved really on it, but this card talks about finally going forward for it, taking the gentle approach, not just rushing in and being like forceful with it. This is kind of like going with the flow of things, feeling things out, seeing what's the proper way to approach this, and being, just gentle and calm about it, and not so rigid or overwhelmed or passionate. Like, even though those things may be there, but it's more coming forward with emotions, with feelings, with some people it may be an apology, just a gentle approach, because we finally understand what we want. Again, we've been really thinking about this for a while, really thinking about this, trying to figure out all the avenues and which ways of whatever you've been investing in, whatever you've been wishing for, wanting, manifesting, whatever that is, because it's different for everybody. But whatever your heart has been calling you to, you've been really trying to rack your brain to make sure, like, okay, this is the right way to go. What do I need to know? What do I need to learn before going into this? And now you finally did this work, because that's the Hangman, purposely putting yourself in this upside down position to get a different perspective, to get a different view on the situation, to make sure that you know that what your heart is telling you want matches with what your mind is saying that it wants, the belief system behind certain things. So if you feel like mentally you're ready for a new job or a new relationship or some new project, because you've been feeling this in your heart, like, wow, I've been being pulled towards this. And it's like your mind being like, all right, we do want to make this new step. We do want to take action, but let's make sure that this is the right action for us, and like this is in order with what we've already been doing, and just really being methodical and mature about what you're doing moving forward, because you really want this to last long. You really want to just be able to ride the wave for as long as you can, so this is again about getting things in order and making sure that you're ready, and in order to take this next step, to make this full investment, or whatever this is, whatever finishing touches you're making, this is just going over the list again, making sure you've checked everything off, you've crossed all your T's, dot all your I's, you're ready to go, and then boom, the 4 Wands. And this talks about balance, stability, security, celebrations. This is like summer. Like, look how bright and yellow it is. Like clear, sunny days full of joy and happiness, and again, just celebrating, having fun for the summer. Building sand castles, because it kind of looked like a sand castle. But, just building sand castles, having fun, celebrating all your hard work for the first half of the year. Trying to get everything ready for the second half and feeling fulfilled and accomplished, because you did everything you needed to do, and now you can relax and enjoy life. And this talks about new home, new family, weddings, birthdays. A lot of people are graduating in June, or have graduated at the end of May. So it's like a lot of celebratory energy for a hard work well done is here. And we're going to be so happy and just fired up, because Ace of Wands, Queen of Wands, 4 Wands. Wands is fire energy. So we're going to be fired up and ready to go for the summer. But first, we got to finish the finishing touches. And by the looks of it, it seemed like it's going to be successful. And it's going to be really locked in for the long term, because you've been so focused and dedicated on whatever you've been doing. However you've been investing your time, energy, and resources, you're going to see a payout come from that by the summer, by the end of June. So yeah, success for everyone who's been doing the work. I love that. That is the end of this reading, the end of this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe down below, and leave me a comment on what you're trying to manifest for June. Are you getting into a new relationship? If you want to share, if you want to share. If not, it's fine. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.